On everyone. So, does Jalen Hood Schifino actually have a shot at the rotation? Right? Because you look at how the roster is currently constructed, and it really does beg the question. Also, is he even ready? Obviously, that's the biggest question that needs to be answered. But one, all we've heard since the moment he got drafted is how great he is, right? I mean, even in training camp, LeBron and Darvin Ham and Reeves and everybody were talking about how he was just busting everyone up all training camp, last training camp. He didn't really get the shine or opportunity during the regular season under Darvin Ham. And then we didn't get to see him in summer league this past summer league to see if like there has been significant strides and growth and whatnot. The only thing we really know is that he's too good for the G League. I mean, literally. I mean, his splits were great. Dude was giving you like 22, 7, 5 or something like that. Like, the dude was just absolute money in the G League, right? Guy has shown, hey, I don't belong here. And so, yes, I understand it's the G League. Yes, I understand that, the NBA is very different. But it is a good sign when, your 20-year-old at the time is just that good. Again, talk about a guy that averaged 22 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. And also, because field goal percentage matters, shot 43.2% from three-point range, shot 47.3% from the field, shot 80% from the free throw line, and had 3.2 turnovers, 1 block, 1 steal. Sounds pretty good to me, right? Turnovers be a little better, right? Because he's averaging basically almost 2 for 1 assist turnover ratio, but you like the turnovers cut down a little bit, right? Very versatile. He's got like 6'6" size, play either guard spot. You could even slot him at the 3 at times if you needed to. I do believe he's more of that combo guard, kind of slot in, play the point, play the 2, and let him just go to work, kind of give you that change of pace, give you that physicality, give you that rim pressure, that youth, that athleticism out on the perimeter, especially if you can kind of be that point of attack. We don't have a guard on the roster currently that is anything like Jalen Hood Schifino, right? Like, you look at the guards that we have, Max Christie is athletic and stuff, but he's like Jalen Hood Schifino's kind of that like high energy, explosive, just beating everyone down the court type guy, right? He's like a Russell Westbrook type, right? But you look at him and it's just his versatility, his size, his length. I think he could really go a long way and just give you, again, a different change of pace that the Lakers just don't currently have. Obviously, shooting is going to matter, and how well does he finish and play. But even if he is good again, right? Like, who does he play over is the question, right? Like, you look at the guard spot, starting is D'Lo and Reeves. Now, obviously, again, if a trade happens, this could go a long way, right? Because if you end up trading Gabe Vincent and, say, D'Angelo Russell, now all of a sudden you have a serious need for a point guard. That's where Jalen Hood Schifino could maybe come in and actually get some real backup minutes and actually play the backup minute role. Now, I am higher on Jalen Hood Schifino than many are. A lot of people think he's already a bust and terrible. I don't know how you can come to that conclusion, given, again, that the guy only averaged like 3 minutes a game in garbage time, and it was completely inconsistent and random. Right? How are you supposed to get any level of production and consistency? But I digress, right? So you look at the starting guard lineup, right? Get D'Lo, Reeves at the point in the 2. Then you have, Gabe Vincent and Max Christie. Dalton Connect can also slide over. You have Cam Reddish that could slide over, play the 2. Austin Reeves, right? Like, there's a lot of talk about him continuing to develop and play the point guard more, right? That, they may end up letting him once again play point guard and man his own unit and stuff like that at times. So if that happens, then again, you don't really have that need for Jalen Hood Schifino. You're not really going to let him get the opportunity because he's not going to play over D'Lo. He's not going to play over Austin Reeves, and he's probably not playing over Gabe Vincent, right? Unless he just really is that good, right? Maybe he could outbeat Gabe Vincent. I mean, he's bigger, right? He's bigger, more versatile. But Gabe Vincent is proven, right? Legit 3-and-D style guard. So So it's just, I don't think it'd be easy for him to really overcome that. And, again, if you unload D'Lo, you unload Gabe Vincent, Lakers wouldn't have a choice at that point. Right now, it's like you have to play LeBron or Austin Reeves at the point, and Jalen Hood Schifino has to be the backup. It's kind of throwing him into the fire. But sticking with that, again, you have Gabe Vincent and LeBron James even. So if D'Lo misses a game or Gabe Vincent misses a game, slide Reeves over. And in other minutes, you could have LeBron just take over and play the point. You could even slut LeBron at the point. I mean, he even said last season to Darvin Ham, mic'd up, hey, I could play point guard. I could play point guard. Right? Like, telling him, like, hey, dude, like, if we're struggling with our point guard play right now, guess what? I can do it. I can fill in. So, JJ Redick is probably going to do stuff like that, right? Like, JJ Redick probably will have times where LeBron is slotted at the 2 and maybe he's going big. So I just, you kind of, again, look at this roster and how it shapes up. And it's just like, is there room for Jalen Hood Schifino this season? Now, could he play, random spot minutes? Because I think that they'll do everything they can not to have LeBron have to play the point. Will the ball still run through him? Will he still kind of be the point forward? Absolutely. But him slotted at the point, I think they only do that if it's like they have no choice, right? Again, like you trade D'Lo, you trade Gabe Vincent, and then, Lakers are like, like, hey, Braun, you're going to have to play point guard at some times. Also, JJ Redick and the offense he wants to run doesn't really need that wheel and deal type point guard, which could also benefit Jalen Hood Schifino, right? Because if Jalen Hood Schifino isn't really ready as that true playmaker, right? If he's not ready to slot in and play like the necessarily the D'Lo role, but he's able to kind of be the Gabe Vincent in that sense and just bring up the basketball and initiate, that could go a long way. But again, Jalen Hood Schifino, that would come down to his shooting ability. Because if Jalen Hood Schifino can't shoot at all, and he's like, 30% from 3, then it kind of makes it very difficult to do that. And if you're going to put anyone out there that is a shooting liability, you're probably playing Jared Vanderbilt, right? The only way I really see Jalen Hood Schifino playing significant, meaningful minutes, like regularly, is if there is a big, a trade, Rui and Gabe Vincent end up going for Jeremy Grant, and then they end up turning D'Lo into whatever, Bruce Brown, right? Something like that, right? Or maybe not Bruce Brown, because Bruce Brown could play your point, be your initiator. I don't know, say Wendell Carter Jr. There you go, right? And now it's like, okay, we can start Reeves at the point, and then now we need somebody to slot in at the point as a backup. Okay, cool. Jalen Schifino, you have no choice. You got to go. All right, you got to play with what you have. Or there's, which knock on wood, I don't want to happen, another significant injury, right? Like Gabe Vincent ends up missing, half the season again. Then I think Jalen Hood Schifino could get some real opportunity and get some real burn. Because again, you're kind of in a position where you have no choice. So I think the only way that he really gets consistency is via somebody you need. There's a significant change to the guard position, right? Or particularly the point guard position. Because even at the 2, you have Dalton Connect, who could slide over to the 2. You have Cam Reddish, who's just bigger, longer, lengthier. Granted, again, if Jalen or Schifino can really knock down the 3 ball, that could change some stuff. But have that. You have Max Christie. You have Austin Reeves. Even D'Lo can slide over and play the 2 if you need him to, right? So you're kind of in a position where the 2 guard makes 0 sense for Jalen Schifino. It's going to be the point. If he's going to get any minutes, it's going to be at the point. I hope that they give him some real quality minutes, at least, 15 games, 20 games, something, right? Like, I don't want to see another season of him playing. Yeah, he plays 20 games, but it's all garbage time. Right? Again, like, at some point, you have to throw these guys out there to the wolves. And the Lakers, are heavily proving, not just talking, but proving that they're really focused on player development. They're really focused on establishing a culture and development or developmental foundation to where, they're the premier team in the league to get developed by. Well, in order to do that, at some point, you got to play these guys, right? Because you can't, G League, all of it. You can't simulate NBA action. You just can't. There's nothing. Like, can't go to the Drew League, can't go to the G League, can't go to your local Y. Nothing can simulate actual NBA playing time, minutes, the pace, the physicality, all of that. So, even a scrimmage, all of that. Right? So at some point you have to play these guys. At some point you have to put them on the basketball court and see what they're capable of. See what they can do. And I'm hopeful that they do that with Jalen Hood Schifino this year. But I'm curious. Again, it was just kind of a thought. I know I've talked and broken down Jalen Hood Schifino, and I'll probably break them down even further once we get closer to training camp. I'm going to break down all the players and stuff because, I'm a little hesitant right now because I know a lot of people don't think that the Lakers make a trade, but still a lot of time between now and training camp. So see how that plays out. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you like the idea of Jalen Hood Schifino getting some real minutes? Do you think, he ain't getting minutes unless, like I mentioned, significant trade happens, or something happens where he has no choice? Again, how do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.